Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay while I'm all the way up here? So the idea is that by the time I'm done with our opening meditation, the eclipse should be partially coming in, and it should be dim enough that I can put my mat right there to lead the yin portion of class. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming today. It should be a very mellow experience, and then not to mention, of course, the eclipse, which is possibly the only one you've ever seen in your life, or it may be the only one that you ever will. Pretty amazing time. Are we ready? So find a comfortable seat. It can be on the floor. It could be up on your blanket. It could be on your bolster. Just something really nice and comfortable. We're going to be sitting for, maybe 15 minutes or so. So Sukhasana, Siddhasana, Lotus if you're hardcore. All right. So just finding that comfortable seat, letting the eyes fall closed, and starting to pull the awareness in. Starting to let go of the day so far, forgetting about anything that you might need to do later. For this next 90 minutes or so, it's just us, just right here and right now. Letting the shoulders soften down away from the ears, shoulder blades slide down the back. Imagining that little thread connected to the crown of the head, sitting you up just that little bit taller than usual. Now starting to notice the breath. Not controlling it, but notice what your baseline is. How are you arriving? Now starting to soften through the rib cage and softening through the diaphragm, making lots of space to allow those deep belly breaths. And now for these next few moments, we're just going to breathe. When the mind starts to wander, that's totally okay, but try not to interact or judge. Imagining you're a third party. They're not even your thoughts. Just witness and let them pass. Now we're going to start breathing as one, starting with belly breath, moving into two-part breath, and then finally, we will do the full three-part yogic breath. So first, into the belly inhale, and exhale. Into the belly inhale, And exhale. Into the belly, inhale. And exhale. Into the belly. And exhale. Into the belly, inhale. And exhale. We're going to move into a two-part breath. Into the belly, inhale. Then up into the torso. Imagine spreading the ribs to the side. Into the belly, inhale. Up into the rib cage, ribs to the side. And exhale. Into the belly. Ribs to the sides. And exhale. Into the belly. Ribs to the sides. And exhale. Full yogic three-part breath. Into the belly, inhale. Ribs to the sides. Up through the heart and clavicle. Sometimes tapping on the collarbones will help you get to the very top. And exhale. Into the belly. Ribs to the sides. Up through the heart and clavicle. Making yourself really deep. Yeah. And exhale. Into the belly, inhale. Ribs to the sides. Up through the heart and clavicle. And exhale. Letting go of the breath control for a moment. Returning to just a nice, mellow, deep, natural breath. We're going to move into alternate nostril breathing, and this can be overwhelming if you haven't done it before. If you have done it before, it's no big deal at all. So if you are well practiced and you have a method that you like to use, go for it. Do it however you would like to. Otherwise, we'll take the index finger and the middle finger to the third eye, and then using the thumb on the right side, the ring finger on the left side, or depending what hand you have. I'm left-handed, so it always ends up this way for me. All right, so we're going to block the right side. Inhale left. Block the left side. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Block left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Block right. Exhale left. And let it go. Returning to just that natural, calm, deep, normal breath. All right. We're going to move into our first Yin Yoga pose. Super challenging. We're headed for child's pose. Take your time getting there. And this is Yin, so all of the poses are going to be nice and long. So there's never a hurry to get into it or out of it. And then once you are there, just enjoy. Feel free to put your bolsters or pillows to work for you. Make it as comfortable of an experience as you can. The idea with Yin Yoga really is to just release as much as possible. So if it helps you to release by being very deep into the pose, do that. And if it helps you to release by being very comfortable in a pose, do that. Just allow yourself to soften. Now do a quick little body scan and notice, where are you holding tension? For a lot of people, it's in the hands. You might be gripping without even really knowing you're doing it. Maybe the shoulders are not fully relaxed. Let them soften. Let it go. Softening through that whole upper back. Softening through the rib cage. Might be more comfortable. Oh, sorry, that was me. If you didn't know, that was me. This might be more comfortable if you pull the pillow all the way back through. You could pull it all the way between the legs even. Well, give it more. Yeah. How are you doing, Gus? Um, let's see. What could we do with you instead? One thing we could do, if you wanted to, you could take your bolster and put it here. At least that way you're getting the upper back softening. See how that goes. I would turn it on end so it's a bit taller. Maybe, there you go. A, a little bit okay? All right. Now the knees can be together, they can be apart. Totally up to you. All right. Now take your time, move nice and slow. We're going to make our way into Sphinx pose. So to get into Sphinx pose, we're just going to slide forward and come up on the forearms. Now let yourself be soft here. Remember, it's not a vinyasa class where we're, you know, let yourself soften, melt in a little bit. So notice the space between your shoulders and neck. Try to lengthen that, allowing lots of space. Now, keep in mind, if anything is ever uncomfortable or painful, you don't have to stay there. Always feel free to bail out, whether it be into child's pose or just laying flat on the floor. Never hold through pain. Okay, so the next pose we're gonna do is Bananasana or banana pose. And there's two different ways to do this. If you want something very subtle, what we're gonna do, I'll describe that first and then I'll describe the harder way. We'll scooch over to the right side of the mat. Our feet are gonna go left and our arms are gonna go left. So basically we're getting a big stretch through that right side of the body. And then if you want more, you can cross that right ankle over the left. Now, if you want to go for something much deeper, you can use your bolster or pillow underneath your hip, and you'll do this on your side. So the bolster would be here. Actually, I think I get to have a bolster of my very own. Somebody didn't come. So the bolster would go under the hip, like so, and it's incredible if you can tolerate it. For a lot of folks, this is way too much, but man, I tell you what, the stretch is so good. So if it works for you, give it a shot. It's good. Pretty intense though. So side. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. hmm You're close. Hips more right on. Yeah. Now it's intense, so you might be already like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Now if this is like ridiculous a lot, the blanket might be a better height. Yeah. Yeah. You could have your hips or your shoulders more uh, stacked if it's comfortable. Yep, just like that with uh-huh. Yeah. Now, hun, your face is already turning red. If you're gonna topple over, you just come out of that okay. It's a pretty intense stretch. It really is. Gus, I didn't think I'd see you there. Did she set you up? It's an amazing stretch though. That's good. What do you think? You dig it? Do you want the bolster? I have one. Yeah. Body pillow be damned. I'll take it. Now, if you are in the version on top of your bolster, if it starts to be too much, you can always come to the ground and do the ground version. Hmm? Ground. Yeah. So I know L5. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll be honest, I have never heard of a round vertebrae before, and I couldn't tell you what's safe or not. Yeah, probably. Yeah, or do the floor version. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's wild. What kind of things do you notice having that sitting? Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's intense. I would love to see like an X-ray or an MRI. I'm curious now. All right. Well done. We're going to make our way to the other side. Now, if you would like to take a pit stop in child's pose, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just head for the other side. Yeah, especially if you were in there pretty deep, child's pose would be a great way to just let your body kind of come back to equilibrium. Better. Is it too much now? Do you want one? I'll get you one. It's okay. Soft block. Manuel's got you. That is a great idea. There's another one here if you need it too. At the right spot? Okay. All right. Now take your time, move nice and slow. There is no hurry at all. We're just going to come flat onto our backs. Taking a moment to just really let yourself soften, let yourself ground in. Notice what's going on with the face muscles, softening those muscles around the eyes, softening through the forehead, through the cheeks. Letting go of the jaw, maybe letting the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Allowing each exhale to release a new level. With each exhale, finding a deeper and deeper sense of relaxation, a deeper sense of calm. I sometimes like to think of stress as being capes, like Little Red Riding Hood, but like a whole stack of them, right? Because stress is never one cape. It's like, a gazillion that you've collected over time. And an exercise that works well for me, I enjoy it. On each inhale, see yourself untying a cape, and on each exhale, see it sliding off your back, lightening that load, letting the tension go, letting the stress go. There's no reason to carry it. Now, our next posture is going to be a seated posture. Really take your time getting there. In fact, as you're making your way up to your seat, feel free to roll off to a side. Take your time. Use your arms to help yourself up into that seat. Now we're headed for a pose called Baddha Konasana, which is a seated pose with the bottoms of the feet together. If you don't have a terribly mobile pelvis, maybe you have tight hamstrings, some low back stuff, feel free to sit up on top of your blanket or even on top of your bolster if you want something more. Otherwise, just bringing the bottoms of the feet together. Awesome. You can always spot an Iyengar in the crowd. You can always spot an Iyengar yogi in the crowd. Now again, let everything soften. The idea is for this to be as comfortable as you can make it. Now make note of your pelvis here. Is your pelvis rounding back like that? If it is, see if you can lift the tailbone a little bit behind you to rock it forward. It's okay, Gus. So for the really tight, especially the guys tend to be tight, you might go all the way up on top of the bolster and go from there. Ah, good. Yeah, good. All right. So again, letting the face soften, softening through the forehead, relaxing the cheeks, Okay. Only if it's comfortable to do so, go ahead and start to shift forward. Now, in like a vinyasa class or something like that, I would be telling you to keep your spine straight and your heart lifted and your tailbone lifted, but this is not that. This is a totally different animal. So we're going to actually let the spine round and soften. If this causes any kind of discomfort, don't do it. Come right back up to a fully upright version. Otherwise, let yourself come down as far as your body wants you to go. Now, keep in mind, you don't win if you go deep, right? Find the level that is really comfortable and really good for your body. You don't have to go any farther than what feels good. So don't force yourself into something that's not comfortable. Okay. So use your hands to gently press yourself back upright. We're going to go into Supta Baddha Konasana, so the reclined version of Baddha Konasana. So take your bolster, or if you have a body pillow, use the body pillow, pull it tight up to the sacrum, and then we're just going to lay back. Oh. So this pose we call yogi dessert often in my class because it just feels that good. Yogi dessert. Oh, mine too. By far, by far. Is that too much? That might be better for you. Softer. Do you want to try it? Give that a shot. Entering heaven? Wonderful. Okay. Now this pose is quite a long pose. Usually we're in this for about eight to 10 minutes. So make sure that you're in a position that's going to be comfortable to hold for a good long time. Would you like blocks under your knees? Just so you can let go a little bit. There. Now, having the legs tucked in like this is a wonderful stretch until it's not. So if the legs start to ache or feel uncomfortable, it's totally okay to extend them. So physically, this pose is a fantastic opener of the chest, the collarbone, the whole upper front side of the body, the shoulders. And then energetically, of course, you're opening the heart chakra wide open here. If you're, I don't know if any of you guys are from the Care Bear era, but I grew up with the Care Bears. And when I go into this pose, I like to imagine myself doing the Care Bear stare, right? Sending that love, that well-being, that sense of caring for each other, sending that out into the world. So if you want to, feel free to Care Bear stare that love out into the local community and the uh, wider community, maybe the planet, if you've got lots of energy in there. So for some folks, this pose can be pretty intense on the shoulders after a while. And if you fall into that category, feel free to bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And this is going to bring just some of that stretch out of the shoulders. And just a reminder, it is totally okay to extend the legs. Okay. Take your time, move nice and slow. We're headed just flat on our backs. Now, if you'd like help getting there, I am happy to help. And if you just roll off to one side, I will pull your bolster out of the way, and then you can roll just right back down. Okay. Now, if it feels good to do it, you can give the knees a squeeze. You might benefit from windshield wipers, that gentle kind of therapeutic motion on the pelvis, or on the sacrum, rather. Whatever movements that your body wants before we go into a period of stillness. And then when you're ready, just extending out as if going into Shavasana. But if you'd like to have something under your knees here, totally okay. You can have your bolster, you could have your blanket, just to make it more comfortable. I just love your style. It's wonderful. Okay, so we're about to head into Yoga Nidra. And in Yoga Nidra, we'll start with something called a Sankalpa. And the Sankalpa is it's like a wish, but not exactly. Typically it's an I am statement. Mine usually will be every day in every way, I am getting better and better. Something like that. I can't tell you what yours is. It has to come from you. So take just a moment and find what your Sankalpa will be. Now the Sankalpa becomes a seed that we plant into our subconscious at the end of Yoga Nidra, where hopefully we will find ourselves in the hypnagogic state, which is that state where consciousness is meeting subconscious. Things can happen like hallucinations could happen. The feeling of being out of your body is really common. But once we're at that point, we're able to transfer those new affirmations, that new wish, allowing it to be carried out all by itself. So at this time, go ahead and in your mind, repeat your Sankalpa 3 times. Now fill your body and your mind with the sense that it's already accomplished, that it is your present reality. Now, in a moment, we're going to begin the rotation of consciousness. And what this is, I will take us on a tour of our bodies. And as I mention a body part, I want you to become aware of that body part. I don't want you to intellectualize it or think about it or try to figure out how it feels or any of that, but just become aware of that body part. We're going to begin now. Your right hand thumb, right hand index finger, right hand middle finger, right hand ring finger, right hand pinky finger, the back of the right hand, the palm of the right hand, the right wrist, the right forearm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, the right shoulder, the whole right arm, the right armpit, the right side rib cage, the right side waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the right knee, the right lower leg, the right ankle, the right big toe, the right second toe, the right third toe, the right fourth toe, the right pinky toe, the top of the right foot, the bottom of the right foot, the whole right leg, the left hand thumb, the left hand index finger, the left hand middle finger, the left hand ring finger, the left hand pinky finger, the back of the left hand, the palm of the left hand, the left hand wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, the left upper arm, the left shoulder, the whole left arm, the left side armpit, the left side rib cage, the left side waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the left knee, the left lower leg, the left ankle, the left big toe, the left second toe, the left third toe, the left fourth toe, the left side pinky toe, the top of the left foot, the bottom of the left foot, the whole left leg, the crown of the head, the scalp, the forehead, the left eye, the right eye, the left ear, the right ear, the nose, the cheeks, the upper lip, the upper gums, the roof of the mouth, the jaw, the lower lip, the lower gums, the tip of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, the base of the tongue, the entire head, the left side neck, the right side neck, the back of the neck, the throat, the left side chest, the right side chest, the whole upper back, the whole lower back, the core, the pelvis, the glutes, the whole torso, the body as a whole, the body as a whole, the body as a whole. Starting to move your awareness to the sensation of breath at the tip of your nose. Following the path of that breath through the sinuses, down the back of the throat, into the lungs, becoming aware of how the chest automatically rises. It doesn't require our influence. It's always working for us. Now we're going to count our breaths backwards, starting with 21. We'll count like this. The chest rises, inhaling 21. The chest falls, exhaling 21. The chest rises, inhaling 20. The chest falls, exhaling, 20. Continue on. No need to influence your breath. Just be aware of it and count. If you lose count, that's okay. Start over. Now, whatever breath you've counted to, it is perfect. Letting go of the breath. And at this point, we're going to repeat our Sankalpa 3 times, planting it in the subconscious. As you say the words, feel it, know it to be true now. Now completely letting go of any breath control, completely letting go of control at all. Allow yourself to just relax as we drift into Savasana. Don't be startled as we walk around with eye pillows. And before I begin Reiki for someone, you'll hear me rub my hands with lavender oil. That way you'll know I'm there. Now starting to bring awareness back into your body. Maybe moving some fingers, maybe moving some toes, maybe reaching the arms overhead for a big full body stretch. Feel free to just place your eye pillow to the side. And starting to make your way onto whichever side is the most comfortable for you. Savoring these last few moments of relaxation. You can just toss that to the side. Now, using as little effort as possible, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered. Taking this moment to feel into the body. Notice what's changed. Notice the result of the practice you've just completed. And inhaling the arms out and up. If you're wrapped up in a blanket, you don't have to do this. Bringing palms to touch. Exhaling down through heart center. Inhaling out and up. See yourself grabbing that big arm load of healing energy. Exhale, pull it down to heart center. Feel the warmth, see the glow. And the last time, inhaling out and up. Bringing the palms to touch. Exhaling down to the third eye for the mind, to the heart center for the body and spirit. Namaste. All right, you guys, I would like to draw your attention to these little uh, half moons that are from the eclipse happening right now. Usually it would be a full circle, but you can see the eclipse is happening. Let me grab the glasses. We have 7 pairs of glasses we need to share among us, but yeah, it's happening, guys. Very cool. So Manuel set up some snacks and some juice and stuff upstairs. Feel free to make your way up there. And don't worry about cleaning anything up. Just let it be. We'll take care of it.